It's TJ.
And Max.
Boom, and we here to review another movie. I said video. Yeah, just cut this whole thing. But no, we are here to review another movie, and this time it's for Spider-Man: The Brand New Day. Oh my God! When I mean to tell you that movie was amazing, it's crazy too because I think this is personally, in my opinion, my favorite Spider-Man. Uh, what was it? First, the first one was Homecoming, was it not? That was the name of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was all right. Second one was.
I feel like in hindsight, that movie was what we needed at that time.
It is what we needed at that time.
Because at that time, I remember it being really good. And now, of course, all things considered, just throughout the scope of the MCU, it does kind of make you look back at it and like, it wasn't as grand. But in reality, at that point in time, it was what we needed.
It was a good way to introduce Spider-Man.
Nice level neighborhood-like story, yeah.
Like, we didn't need no origin story. It was just the perfect... Spider-Man's been here, and he's been doing his own thing, but now you get to see it through his eyes now. You finally get to see it. So, I think it was pretty decent. I personally feel like I give it a 7. I probably wouldn't give it higher. Second one was Spider-Man No Way Home. That was with Doctor Strange and all them, right? No? What was the second one then?
Far From Home.
Far From Home. And which one was that?
Mysterio.
That one I liked a lot. And it's crazy too, not for Spider-Man. I loved it for Mysterio. He did it for me in that movie.
That's fair. I just wish that they actually gave him powers instead of, it's projection.
True. I really would have wished that. But because they didn't do that, and the way that they executed it, I still liked it. I still felt like they executed it in a very, very good way. And without him being the magician that he is, like in the comics, so I can't even complain. The third one was Far From Home, obviously, right? And I like that one. Not for Spider-Man again. More so for Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, not for Tom Holland. And just Dr. Octopus. Electro was really good in this one. Sandman could have did more, and I just felt like Blizzard was there just to be there, just because he could be. But yeah, this one, as I'm going through the entire list, I don't really care for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I liked his movies because of everybody else for some reason. Falcon. The Vulture was great inside the first one, and I loved Michael Keaton's portrayal of the Vulture in that entire movie, and his motives was honestly understandable why he was doing what he was doing. And he was a very great villain. That's all I will say. He was a very great villain. I loved it. The Mysterio, I loved all the illusions and how they executed him being able to make illusions and stuff like that. And the third one was having Toby and Andrew and Dr. Octopus, Electro, and Green Goblin were just stealing every scene that they were in. They were just amazing, honestly. And then in this one, Hulk stole every scene. Jean Grey. I need more. I need more of Jean Grey inside this entire movie. And I mean, just in the MCU in general. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man definitely had some very good moments inside this movie for me. Uh, than he did in the other three. More specifically, when he was towards the end, where he started accepting his powers, and like it wasn't, oh, let's separate the man from Spider and stuff like that. I think those are they're my favorite moment of Spider-Man. And then also the banter between him and Punisher was hilarious through the entire movie. It was hilarious. Loved every second of it. So because of those three things, I definitely have to put this Spider-Man as my favorite. But I can't say I'm going back to watch for Spider-Man. I can't say I would rewatch this movie to watch it for Spider-Man. I'd rewatch it for those specific characters, really.
Interesting. Okay. That was a pretty Textbook analogy there.
It was.
We
Listen.
started from the beginning, in the beginning, the heavens, and started from Genesis all the way to Revelation. Just, but yes, gosh, all these names. Brand New Day. I really enjoyed Brand New Day. I thought that it was just a nice change of pace from what we have been doing with this whole multiverse thing in the MCU, and this was more so just right up Spider-Man's alley. I didn't know what to expect because for the most part I stayed away from most trailers and stuff like that. So I just knew that Hulk was going to be in it, and I did not know that Jean Grey was going to be in it, but I like that this is how they're trying to introduce the mutants into the MCU saga. No, into the MCU.
Yeah.
But very subtle. It wasn't like in your face, like they're taking a pile of dirt and they're mushing it around. Like, here, this is what you're gonna get. It was just like very subtle. It was still Spider-Man's movie, and it wasn't really a focus on Jean or anything like that. Like, she'll have her time to shine when the time comes, but this was Spider-Man's movie. We got developments from Spider-Man as a character. I like that because when it comes to doing movies, I feel like it's better to put out a movie when you have something that's going to help develop the character more. And I definitely think they delved deeper into the Spider-Man character, which is why I personally like this Spider-Man more than I have to put the Spider-Man probably on the same levels as No Way Home because
second one.
No, that's the last one. Or the one before this one with Doctor Strange. So yeah, I would put on the same level as that if I was to compare. But I definitely like this for Spider-Man. Absolutely. He was moving like in the video games, Insomniac on the rooftops, doing the dodges, knocking people off of the buildings and stuff like that. Really cool. I love that little added touch. And I know that they had a little thing where they specifically said they wanted to try to add a couple of moves from the video game because that game makes you feel like Spider-Man. It acts like Spider-Man so very well.
Amazing.
And just with the inner conflict, like I didn't know what they were going to explore in this movie, so that's why I also wanted to just keep it unknown, and I didn't want to see so many trailers. But I'm so glad that I didn't like go in anticipating too much and not knowing a whole lot, because it definitely heightened my experience when it came to watching the movie. So
100%.
I like the development of Spider-Man trying to deal with like the hormonal effect of becoming an adult
spider.
And yeah, like the man spider, and he's tapping into his full potential. Like, I didn't think that Spider-Man would be any stronger when it came to showcasing him in movies, but here we are. You know, it's almost like how instead of going, well, I know that for the most part, when it comes to movies, they don't like to show certain characters as being overpowered because then, of course, they'll always have to try to have a conflict that can either match the level of the hero or be
way higher than
way
that
higher. And, you know, that is just
it's hard to kill that said villain or antithesis. It's like, oh, how are we supposed to destroy them if they're stronger than our character?
Right. Because everybody's been wanting Hulk to be Hulk for years now. Like the last time that we got Hulk being Hulk was in the beginning 5 minutes of Infinity War, and then we haven't gotten him since then, and it's been years since that's occurred. So I'm so glad. I don't know if it was the MCU's decision to go ahead and make Hulk again in this movie, but I missed him, and I'm telling they made him look really, really good. Now, I'm not personally a fan of them trying to make Hulk look old and stuff like that with all the gray hair and things like that. Like, we've barely got enough Hulk for y'all to now go ahead and jump the gun and say he's old.
He's like 50. But why?
I just think that the Hulk, they made him feel scary. They made him feel like he was a force who could not be stopped.
Which they fucking need to do again. Like, Jesus.
They nailed that. They nailed that, 100%. And I need more from that version of Hulk, even just from the scope where how they showed Banner or Dr. Hulk, Professor Hulk, and he's in his like kind of like not so bulky, brolic stance, but then when he transfers to Banner and then gets big again, and you see the definition in his build, and it's just like,
That's Hulk.
wow,
That's
okay, like
that's
that,
Hulk.
that. I was like,
Wait a minute.
whoa, like that's crazy. That
We
it
getting Hulk
looked
back?
really good. It
It was
looked really good.
great.
And I like what they did with Jean here. Like we didn't already jump into Phoenix Force. Oh God, it's inside of me and things like that. And then we have I was making jokes in the theater, just saying, oh, now this is the part where Charles Xavier comes. Oh, Jean, you must
You must
learn to
control your
control your
power.
powers, Jean.
I'm
I
here
was
to help
expecting
you.
that for like an after credit scene or something like that, but
Then it
I'm
wouldn't be a
glad.
Spider-Man movie. Then it would be like, you know what?
Right.
Here.
That's why I'm glad that didn't happen, because I was so expecting the wheelchair. Just, Jean, control your powers,
No,
Jean.
Spider-Man just hears another voice in his head. I can help you.
Send her to me. I can help her.
What?
Put her on the bus and send her to my school.
Before you ever see him, you just see the wheelchair. That's all you see. You
That's
just see
it.
the wheelchair rolling.
I thought you were gonna see in the end credit scene like just the wheelchair, Jean, and then that's it, baby.
You just hear somebody in her voice. You be like,
I have a
thought you were the
school.
only one.
I have a school for kids like you.
I have dark children that
What?
have powers.
Right.
You can be here with them.
That's another thing. So I also like that they're not going into like all the X-Men being super duper old. Like they're all pretty much young.
Yeah, like I would say like pre-adults.
Yeah.
Pre-adults.
Like they're just tapping into adulthood.
Like if you want to like look at it, I think the closest thing to that would have to be either X-Men First Class or X-Men Evolution. I don't know if you've ever watched the X-Men Evolution. X-Men Evolution, if you've watched the X-Men Evolution, I think that's the way that they're going with this one, because X-Men Evolution did more so all of the X-Men, Scott, Cyclops, well, I just said Scott, Jean, Rogue, Storm, all of them are basically in high school. Well, not Storm, Xavier, and Logan. Obviously, those three. They weren't teenagers. They were like young though. Like Aurora was probably like 30s, early 30s, but then all the main cast, Nightcrawler, Scott, Jean, and all of them, they were all teenagers, like 18, going on to 20 and shit like that. Like that's what it looks like this cast is going towards. Like they're just now developing their powers. Like they've had it, but it's gonna develop going forth as we get into this mutant saga that Marvel's going into, which is actually really cool. I do like that. I do like that. That's the route that they're going with, instead of them being older and now all of a sudden they're having problems. I'm like, so what have you been doing since before then? Like, since Jean was the antagonist here, we can use her. It's like, so you mean to tell me in X-Men Last Stand, you're in your fucking 30s, 40s, and now all of a sudden this innate power is now coming towards you.
Yeah.
Now coming out like, oh my god, now I can't control it.
Yeah.
Where was that before? Like, oh yeah, I had to put mental barriers around. You think mental barriers is gonna stay around that long for a teenage girl?
Who's a telepath?
Right. No, that made no sense for her to be that old to now suddenly be going through all of that. And they kind of tried to change that up with the new X-Men, the younger ones, and the X-Men Dark Phoenix saga again with what, X-Men Apocalypse. But then they basically retconned that in X-Men Dark Phoenix and said, now, no, the power is coming now into her. Like, I could have sworn in Apocalypse she let the fucking Phoenix out and showed a case of that power, and now we get to Dark Phoenix, and now it's, no, a cosmic entity went inside of you. It's like, so what are we doing here with this character, bro? So I kind of like that in this one. In Spider-Man Brand New Day, they said, Jean, you're just a strong ass telepath. You're just a strong telepath. Your powers are simply developing. Because as we've seen, she was very strong through the entire movie. But then when that traumatic event happened for her, bang, her X genes just went crazy.
Well, I wouldn't say that they showed her as very powerful telepath at that point, because she learned that it was just she had a limited range of jumping into people and controlling them for
33 meters or feet.
Within 33 feet, yeah. So like, if she wanted to jump into somebody, they had to be within 33 feet from her, and 33 feet from that next person, and 33 feet going on.
Mm.
And it was very limited. Like, she couldn't lift anything. She couldn't. She just was able to mind control, which is strong. I mean, to control somebody like that, and they have absolutely no recollection of what happened from the time that she's controlled them. Like, that's still pretty strong.
But then I'm talking about that at the end,
right? By that point, so
that
yeah,
traumatic event happened, and then her full X gene powers came out, and it's like now she has her telepathy now, because she wasn't doing that before. She was just mind hopping from people, but now she has her telepathy. Remember when she unlocked herself and she moved the guy around, and she had the shards around him? Like, she fully unlocked her power at that point.
I just love the memes that they've showed about like the civilians that probably live in that one specific area of Manhattan. You had the Battle of New York for Avengers. You have what's the oh my gosh, it was just in my brain.
Gene probably took it out and said
Thunderbolts. They all got voided.
Oh, the Sentry. Okay,
yeah. And then you got Jean, but there's another one. I'm missing one.
But Jean did that on Rikers though. She didn't do that in that area.
She did it in Manhattan though. She did it from Rikers, but it expanded across.
I don't think it reached to where that was.
It was expanding.
It was expanding. I don't think it reached to where that specific area was.
No, that's why I'm saying specifically that area of Manhattan.
Oh yeah, they honestly, the money there, the rent there, it better be low as hell. Because ain't no way. We don't know what's going to happen. It seems like we just keep getting attacked all the time. I need my rent to go down.
They got a special type of insurance going on over there.
That part.
But no, with that, the action was really good. I love this story. The bits with MJ and how they dealt with him not being known by his closest relatives and stuff. Or not relatives, but closest people.
Friends.
And, you know, the direction that they went with it, I think was really solid. I'm so glad they didn't just like retcon what they did immediately from the last film, like to show that there's consequences to certain actions. Like, you had to make the wish. Let's continue on with that choice. Like, I'm so glad that they didn't they hit the little reverse. Like, oh, it didn't actually happen. They fixed the cure. They all remember him now. So. But even though I think the ending is a little bit controversial, I don't know really how to think of that ending. But nonetheless, we got an entire movie where the spell was still
in effect.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, action was good, story was great, characters was great. I mean, I already knew that Damage Control was going to be the villain for the most part, because almost in everything that we've seen Damage Control a part of, they've always been the villain. Like, they've been the person that's like opposing.
The Spider-Man before this one, where they was taking all the Tony Stark equipment and it was like, oh, we're gonna sue you and stuff, and then that's where Daredevil had to come in.
So if anything, they low-key like subtly been doing the Damage Control like they've been doing Thanos, like just inserting him in certain movies, as opposed to this being the multiverse saga and not really aligning everything together, but they're trying to make it, I know, encouraging.
And I've also been seeing like theories around, like people are saying Damage Control is gonna be like the main source, the main antithesis to the X-Men, because of all of the stuff that they've been doing recently. And now add on to the fact that Spider-Man made a universal, what is it called?
Inhibitor?
Yeah, a universal inhibitor. It worked on Jean. Damage Control is still there. They're going to be rounding up mutants and shit like that now left and right because of that. I've been seeing a lot of theories like that Damage Control is going to be like heavily inserted when it comes to X-Men, especially since, as you've seen in Wonder Man, they had that big jail cell already made for a bunch of different people. And also, Damage Control is the people that held Abomination in She-Hulk. He was held in by Damage Control.
I didn't remember that.
Yeah. See, that I'm telling you, little small hints of Damage Control everywhere recently. They're gonna be. I agree with the theories out there. Damage Control is gonna have a heavy hand in the X-Men saga. Mutant saga. Sorry, let me say it like that.
And how could I forget about Punisher? Punisher was really great in this movie. He was so funny. I feel like the chemistry between Spider-Man and Punisher, the actors that played them, they were really, really good.
You did not need nothing.
They added to this movie a whole lot. And I like that this movie feels like the MCU universe is lived in, because now you have Punisher involved. You have just different heroes and different villains now intermixing, and not like, oh, it's not my movie, so I sleep now. Like, I like that they're trying to interject a little bit more and make it more.
And mind you, Punisher has not have had no movie or anything yet. It's just, you know who he is. You know his main area is New York. You think he not gonna be there? Come on now. And I was joking to Max while we was in the theater. I was like, Ned may be Peter's best friend, but Spider-Man's best friend is 100% Punisher.
Yeah.
The way they was going back and forth, I'm like, yeah, definitely best friends at this point. Like, I don't want to hear it, bro. The back and forth was hilarious, and it didn't happen once, didn't happen twice, didn't even happen 3 times in that movie. It happened so many times. I laughed at every single time they went back and forth. There was it was not a single time where I did not go where they went back and forth, and I was just like, all right, it feels like y'all just doing this just because y'all already found it hilarious twice. No, every single time was just too funny. I loved it.
And in turn, okay, so yeah, I I don't have anything else really more to say, other than I can't wait for Avengers Doomsday, and hopefully they can surprise us some more. But my rating for Spider-Man Brand New Day, I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10, guys. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. It's overheating. It's a 9 out of 10 for me, and I loved it. Everything about it, the formula, the story, everything about it was just really good. 9 out of 10. I'm excited for what's gonna happen in the future.
I'm going to have to agree with that. I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10. The only thing I could have asked for more was only personal shit, as in give us more hope. That's it. Can't say nothing bad about this movie besides that.
That's right.
Like, the bombshell of what VMAX was, perfect. It was just perfect. It made sense. A lot of people didn't like that, but I think it made sense for the story. 100% what made sense. So when you see that twist towards the end of what VMAX actually was, I think you'll appreciate it if you follow the story. You really will. But yeah, 9 out of 10. Give us more hope, and I would have gave it a 10 out of 10. Other than that, can't complain at all.
All right.
But that's been our review of the movie. Type shit. I don't know why I did that. Do that. Let's do that instead of that. Yeah.
All right, guys.
I hope you loved our review.
Drunk. I'm kidding. He's not drunk. I don't think.
Get us demonetized. Why? I hope you guys loved our review. I've been TJ.
And Max.
And I hope you guys loved it. I'll see you in the next video.
Later.